Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to a brand new video here today, and a very exciting start of a brand new mini-series on the channel. We're here with the F1 2021 Manager career with the Team Alpine. Obviously, used to be Renault. We've got Fernando Alonso alongside Esteban Ocon. We've got the whole 2021 grid here, and we're going to be doing one mini-season of a Manager career. Obviously, it's been a long time since we've played Motorsport Manager, but we're back. I think the last time we played this was at the very beginning of the year, maybe, or the end of last year, and I always like to at least do one little series on this game every year. It's a very old game now. It's 4 years old. I'm really begging and hoping for that new F1 Manager game that's kind of been rumored by Frontier devs to be coming, I think, in 2022 or something like that, so I'm really looking forward to that in the future. But for now, this is the best we're going to get on PC when it comes to F1 Manager games. So yes, we're here with an F1 2021 Manager career with the Team Alpine. I'm going to probably say Alpine by mistake. It is technically Alpine. Either way, I still think they should just have kept the name Renault, because Renault is a way more recognizable brand to me personally, but obviously they have their reasonings. But we're here with the Alpine team. It says Renault because there's certain things that I can't change with the mod. Essentially, what we've got here is a 2020 mod for last season, or this season rather, and I've just gone into the files and changed the driver transfers around, so we've got the actual correct transfers, but it's kind of based on the 2020 season. But we've got, obviously, Alfa Romeo, Kimi Räikkönen, and Antonio Giovinazzi staying put, Pierre Gasly, and we've got, well, it's not been announced yet, but I assume they're going to be announcing Yuki Tsunoda in the other AlphaTauri alongside Gasly. So in AlphaTauri, we've got Gasly and Tsunoda. We've got obviously Alpine or Renault here, Alonso and Ocon. We've got Ferrari with Carlos Sainz now and Charles Leclerc. That's very, very exciting and tasty. Haas have Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin, or Mazepin, however you want to say it. McLaren, Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris. Very exciting times there. And then Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. And then you got Racing Point, which are Aston Martin, of course, but in this mod, they're Racing Point. But Lance Stroll and Sebastian Vettel, Red Bull, Verstappen and Albon, assuming they keep Albon, we don't know yet. And then Williams, George Russell and Latifi. And then you go on, you've got F2 and whatnot. So that is the grid then for this 2021 kind of, I guess, fantasy mod career, I guess, because obviously the lineups are not exactly been finalized, and as I said, it's a bit of a bodge job with a 2020 mod, but I'll link the mod in the description below if you want to go check it out. It's actually one of the most popular Steam Workshop mods there is on this game, so I assume it's a very decent mod. So let me show you around the car. Because I've changed the livery to just be a bit more of an Alpine sort of thing. Now, obviously, there's some constraints with what livery I can choose, because I've only got a finite amount of options here on the left hand side, so I've just gone with this. I feel like this looks like the best one, especially because, remember, when we play the game, it'll be zoomed out, so you won't really see it too much, but it's kind of the Alpine, obviously the tricolor blue, white and red, and I think that's as slick as we're gonna get it, obviously, but it's based off the Renault, and you can see we've got some really nice actual car models here for the car. Like, it's the actual, you know, like little nose there on the right hand side, so very, very nice. But yeah, you'll notice also we've got the webcam out for this part of the video. Now, unfortunately, the way the game's laid out, the menus aren't exactly webcam friendly here. So I think when we're going through these menus properly, I'll be basically switching over to this scene, which will be basically, you know, without a webcam, and then I'll switch back over to this, and this will be when we're in the race, in qualifying and whatnot. So I think that's how we're going to have to do it. But I wanted to add this kind of sense, because maybe I might stream this series on Twitch and then upload the highlights as episodes here, as an extra way to kind of interact with you guys on my live stream. But for this first episode, just recording it kind of away from stream, just me and the game, basically. So let's dive into it. So in terms of where we stand, our car is 5th best on the grid. Our drivers apparently are the 5th best on the grid. I think Ocon letting us down a little bit there. Headquarters 5th. Staff we need to work on, but that's something we can do. Sponsors pretty good, and pit crew the best, actually, so very, very decent. In terms of money, we've got a lot of money, 230 million to be exact, because this mod has changed how the money kind of works. It's a bit more, I guess, realistic in a sense of essentially every team runs at a loss, and we've all got these massive balances, and basically every race will be losing money, as they maybe do in real life, until we get the prize money at the end. So it kind of makes a bit of sense, I guess, in a way. We're going to have to get used to it, and I'm going to have to get used to the game as well, because yeah, like the last time I played it must have been like, 10 months ago, 11 months ago. So it's been a long while. I'll definitely be making mistakes. You guys will definitely be face palming or whatnot, but that's just the way it goes. The classic Motorsport Manager experience. So let's dive in. Let's see what we've got to work with pre-season. We've only got, a week to go. So not long. And in terms of these episodes, as I said, it's a mini-series. So, because it's such an old game, I found that when we start a series like this, a lot of people are interested, and then it peters off quite quickly. So we're going to be doing like 3 or 4 races an episode. I mean, how many races have we got? We've got 22 races here. So I think we're going to try and do 3 episodes a piece, basically, to squeeze in a whole season into about 7 or 8 episodes, and we'll be basically rounding out this entire series, hopefully by the end of the month, I think. So now let's have a look around what we've got to do, basically. So at the moment, I actually maybe started this by accident before I actually even started recording, but I've actually got a gearbox on the build, because our gearbox is the weakest part of the entire car. The rest of it is pretty okay. I mean, where you would kind of think where Renault, Alpine are, I'm probably gonna just slip the tongue, keep saying Renault, even though it's Alpine, but I mean, I think it's just bloody useless that they've changed the name. But there we go. So yeah, I think we're pretty good on the car. I mean, for where I think this team needs to be in 2021, I think we're looking to obviously take the fight a little bit to the top 3 if we can, a little bit on the game, obviously, compared to real life. We definitely, hopefully, will be taking the fight to them over the course of the season when we improve. At the very start, though, hopefully just, best of the rest, basically, ahead of McLaren Racing Point and whatnot. So we'll see how it goes. In terms of improving parts, I think we've already got a load of improvements. Yeah, we've already added on a load of stuff here. Looking at our pit crew, we've got 20s across the board. So I mean, I think we're in pretty good shape, to be honest, in terms of all that. So I think we've not actually got that much admin to do. I think we can just go ahead, really, and just go towards the Australian Grand Prix. We've got some mail here. Rumours, Raikkonen nearing the end of his career, rather. Excitement in the paddock, though, for the season opener. Let's go. Let's roll. So, here you can see, you're about to see, we are going to run at a loss, because no matter what I choose here, we've got qualifying objective first place for Infinity, which is pretty mad. We'll go for 10th or above with the top sponsor, and we're going to run at a loss of $1 million, or what? Not pounds. Sorry, pounds. 1.3 million pounds. But obviously we've got a budget of like 230 million, so you can see it's kind of, every single race we're going to lose money. It's a case of just trying to lose the least amount of money as we can through the season. In terms of tyres, I have no clue, because like I said, this is a new mod that I've never tried before. It's one of the top mods on Steam Workshop at the moment, so I don't know how the tyre wear levels are and what they're going to be like. So I'm just going to take in a decent amount, I think, of everything. I mean, we've got how many tyres left? I mean, we actually got a lot of allocation here. So, actually, yeah, this is very odd, actually. I'm not used to this, because usually I'm used to kind of 5 apiece. We'll actually take off 1 medium and put on 1 more soft, just in case we need it for qualifying. Fit parts-wise, I mean, Ocon's happy, but kind of miserable, and Fernando is very happy, so it's all good. I mean, they've got equal parts right now. They're on an equal contract, so it's all fine. So, let's go forwards, then, to Melbourne. And we're now going to transition back to our good old webcam here, so you can see what we're doing. And the thing is here with this with the episodes, I'm planning on, I'll show you guys practice a little bit here, because obviously we're kind of getting back into the swing of things, but because we're going to kind of get a lot of races done in one episode, we're from now, after this first race, I'll be mostly just showing you qualifying and the race. I'll just do the practice in the background and get through that as quickly as I can, basically. But we'll start off here. We've got some rain forecasts, which wasn't there on the indicator before. So yet again, I remember that this being a thing in the game where the weather just lies to us all the time. in this one. So I don't really know where to go with this one. Do I have many? I do have a lot of setups actually saved here, but they're for a lot of different tracks, and they're tracks that, because of the mod, they're named different things now, even though they're not actually this circuit. So yeah, it's a bit mad. But we've got some from Melbourne, but we've got one for Renault, but I don't know if it's going to be what we really want to, because they all look really low downforce. So I think we're going to go a little bit higher on the downforce. Speed balance, I'll put it in the middle there, and I'm not too sure. We'll leave it here, just test that out basically. But we'll start on inters for him. And Ocon the same. He wants some really high aero. Jeez. Okay. And the stiffness of the suspension we'll put to soft. And we'll go intermediates. And we will take this practice session. I might simulate some of the practice sessions, to be fair, actually going forward. But I'll take this first one. And we'll see how we do. So we're going to send them out. I need to remember my bearings again. So we need to do a qualifying trim and a race trim. So I'll do race trim. I don't know how long it will take. 8 laps, let's see. Intermediate, so we're not going to get too much data for the dry race, if it is a dry race. So that's unfortunate, but everyone's in the same boat, really, so we'll just kind of stick with it. But this is the kind of zoom-in level, because with this mod, there's no... I can't zoom in anymore, but to be fair, with my camera now, you don't want to kind of be zoomed in anymore. We can still see all the action and still have my camera. And hopefully you'll see I kind of placed it in a way where any of the kind of messages come up perfectly just underneath my webcam overlay. So we've done as most as I can actually to kind of fit it in. And actually, I've just realized my webcam's actually not even centered here. I think we're good now. Yeah, that's better. I don't know why for some reason my webcam wasn't even filling my entire overlay there. But okay, we're good to go. So now we're just running through this race program. It's going to be intermediates for a long time. There's a little bit of a gap here for dry weather, so I'm going to try and get that if possible. Like maybe go on to the qualifying trim maybe and try the soft compound, because I'm not too sure. I think the tyre wear is a little bit harsher on this mod, I think, because it's a bit more realistic. So maybe we might go on the hards instead, because I think it's going to be a one-stop. I think the strategy should be quite realistic. And also because we're doing short lengths of the races, the strategy, there's going to be a little bit less play in the strategy, so it probably will just be a one-stop, I think. It's not really. It's going to be a little bit damp here, maybe for one dry lap. I'm going to bring in both of them, and we'll see. We'll try and whack them in for a quick dry run. May not be that useful though, but I'll do a quick qualifying trim. Probably not even 3 laps, probably just 2 laps here that we can get. And I'll do the medium tire. I'll do the medium tire, middle ground. Some of the downforce, I don't know if he wants to go a little bit higher then. With that, handling was fine, so that's perfect. And then, I don't know, acceleration, I'm not too sure. I can't remember what Australia is like on this game for the strategy, so we'll send him out real quick. Ocon comes in, we'll do the same for him. He's not so happy on the suspension. Maybe a little bit harder then. Well, let's see, where are we going to go? I'm gonna go with a little bit harder. Let's see how that goes. And then speed balance, I don't know. Maybe a little bit towards acceleration, and then a little bit more downforce. Let's see if that works out for him. Qualifying trim. 2 laps, and we'll go on mediums as well. May as well go on the same tyre. So going middle way hows. So at least for the race, that might be useful. I don't know, for quali, I don't think anyone's going to get much knowledge for quali, are they? Because I think we're the only ones that have even tried to go out on the mediums, and it's already raining now, so we have to bring them back. So in the end of it, we didn't get any knowledge. Didn't get any knowledge for the medium tyres. So pretty useless there. Although our setup is good. 2 excellence and a great. We're back in action, boys. 98%. We got it back. Right, quali time. I'm just going to take in these 2, and we'll see how it goes. Car setup's all good. It's dry qualifying, so that knowledge is pretty useless, apart from the qualifying trim, but it is what it is. We're going to save soft tyres, though. We'll save super soft, sorry, and we'll just go on the softs. Obviously, they're the right colour compound, but the actual name is a little bit different. Obviously, in-game, I don't think there's actually any way to change the compound, so actually, in-game, if you've never played this game before, we actually might have ultra softs and super softs and whatnot throughout it in terms of the actual names. So we're gonna go on. We'll go on the softs, and try and save the supers. I'm probably gonna keep on saying mediums though, because I'm so used to now what it is in real life F1, obviously. Which is odd to think, really, because I think only a few years ago, before they brought in this whole rule of having the colour being only red, yellow, and white, rather than the whole spectrum of colours, I was so used to before that I found it odd having to call them just soft, medium, and hards. But now I'm so used to that, as it always is the case with F1. You get used to it, you know? You get used to the way the halo looks. You get used to the cars, you know? In 2022, when the cars change, we'll get used to how crazy they look. But at the start, it'll be like, geez, they look so different. All right, Saturn P7 and 8. I think that's pretty blessed, isn't it? That's pretty calm. I think we should be good. And we've got more pace to find, so we could try and close up on Vettel. I think with Alonso, honestly, with how good Alonso is in this game, I think we should be aiming for where Vettel is in the Racing Point. Wherever Vettel is, I think we should be aiming for that because, obviously, compared to real life in the game, Vettel's a very, very good driver as well in this. So I think wherever he is, we're aiming for with Alonso in this Renault or Alpine rather. And with Ocon, not too sure. Obviously, we're the fifth best driver lineup on the grid here in the game. Ocon lets us down a little bit in this game because obviously you got to remember as well, this game was made. Some time ago, and even though maybe the mods have changed some of the stats a little bit. You've got drivers like Tsunoda, which should probably be rated higher. Gasly probably should be rated higher in this game. So there's going to be a little bit of discrepancy compared to what we might think in real life. And what I know is, obviously, that you guys know is, from before, Hamilton is a different beast in this game. So we'll watch out for that. But at the moment, knocked out, then Schumacher, Mazepin, Gasly, Latifi, and Russell in the Williams car. But we continue on into Q2. And now it's time to see what we can do into this session. Now, this is important. We'll be starting on this set of tyres. There's rain to come, so let's get out quickly and try and set in just one quick lap on the super sauce, hopefully, lads, and get through into that top 10 shootout before the rain arrives. On the fly now, let's see how this goes. Obviously, other people setting lap times now, so Hamilton stolen our purple, but our lap times are 1:35.5. Ocon ahead by 5/10 to Alonso. Very surprising. Very, very surprising. Let's see how this goes, though. We look good. Yeah, I don't think... Oh, Vettel's probably going to come in. Okay, not bad, not bad. P4 with Ocon is actually very good. How has he done that? That's a bit of a madness. Alonso P8, but now it's going to rain, so no one can improve. So we're good. So there's going to be knocked out. It's going to be Norris, Sainz in the Ferrari, Giovinazzi, Tsunoda, and Raikkonen. And we're going to be through with Ricciardo, Leclerc, Vettel and Stroll. To be honest, I could see, this being, apart from maybe Albon there in the Red Bull, maybe Norris in place of Albon, that could very, and Sainz maybe, I don't know, it's going to be actually quite tight next year, honestly, because I would say Sainz and Leclerc are going to be quite equally matched, I think. I think Ricciardo is going to have the edge a little bit on Norris, but I think those two are going to be quite closely matched. And then Vettel and Stroll is the kind of question mark. So I don't know. I was going to say that's quite realistic maybe in a way, but I think next season you can't call it really with so many teams. You've got Racing Point, McLaren, Ferrari, all fighting for the same spot. The second Red Bull as well, fighting for the same spot. Even AlphaTauri maybe in the mix. Interesting times ahead. Okay, obviously you're locked onto that set of super softs. It's all dry right now, so we'll go ASAP. And there's no rain on the way, it looks like. So we'll get 2 laps in. And the second one should potentially be better with higher track grip. But may as well set a banker lap time in. But in Q2, Ocon was quicker, which is very surprising to me. So let's see how Fernando does. We need him to turn up. Obviously, he's the star driver. So if he doesn't turn up, that'll be very surprising and odd for us this season. So let's see. It's a 1/3. Again, Ocon's quicker. What's going on here? Ocon, I don't know if it's a case of because Ocon was in the team for longer and obviously I've had to transfer in Alonso manually into this game save like I did with all the other driver transfers. Maybe that means that he's more comfortable in the car. I'm not too sure. Maybe he's got the better engineer, actually. I didn't check the engineers. Maybe Ocon's got the better engineer. I'm not too sure. But right now, Ocon out qualifying Alonso. Very odd. But at the moment, P6 and 7, decent qualifying that. Splitting the 2 racing points, Vettel and Stroll. Decent enough. I'm just going to keep calling them Racing Point cars, even though technically in 2021 they would be Aston Martins and would be Alpines, but I just know my slip of the tongue is going to come in too often, basically, to get that done. But we're going to wait till the very end of the session, the last 2 minutes, and we'll send them out then, basically. But at the moment, Leclerc is out on an out lap, but we're going to wait and wait and wait. I'll send Ocon out now. And then I will send out Alonso now. And let's see. I'm going to do this manually. See if we can get Alonso. Decent tyre temp. Perfect and overheated. So not perfect. Don't know what Ocon got with the computer. But let's see. Stroll sets a purple lap time. Mad. Okay. The Aston Martins are turning up a little bit here maybe. It's 2 white sectors. No improvement so far for either of our drivers. Bit of an improvement for Alonso there in the second sector. Ocon stays in P6. Let's see how this goes. Alonso, that's what we're talking about there. Up into P5, does improve, but Hamilton on pole. From Verstappen to Albon, you know, and Bottas. But that's more like it. Alonso up into P5. That's why we've signed him to the team. Good stuff, Alonso. P5 and P7, not too bad. Just ahead of Sebastian Vettel, Stroll there. Ricciardo, Pips, Leclerc. I think that's very, very decent. So now it's time for the race. This is where it could all go so wrong or so well. Let's see. Right, taking in intermediates and race trim because, well, the only tyres we've got. Don't know if there's any rain forecast. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's going to be all sunny, actually, for 23 laps. So, should be pretty good. In terms of the strategy... I don't even know, actually. I didn't even check the tyres. I didn't even check how long they go for, so I don't know. I assume it's going to be a one-stop, basically, kind of as it is in real life, obviously. So we'll just go flat attack, really. It's going to be about trying to just protect the tyres as best we can and manage the fuel, basically, as best we can. But that's going to be easier said than done because obviously it's been a long time since I played this game. So it's probably not going to go as well in the first race, but obviously we live and learn, and we're going to see how it goes. But from P5 and 7 should be some pretty decent points. All right, here we go. Race start. The first race of the 2021 mod season here. Motorsport Manager. 5 red lights are out, and we are underway. And Alonso gets a mediocre start there, but down the inside now into turn 1, and he's going to go around the outside and maybe get Albon. Yes, he does. Up into P4. Meanwhile, Ocon dropping positions. P10. Alonso up into P3. He's on a mad one. Fantastic start for Fernando Alonso. He's on the back of Valtteri Bottas, you know. What a mad... Okay, now you can see the difference between the AI. Ocon down to P13. Struggling. Just going around the outside of Giovinazzi now. And now behind Gasly and Tsunoda, you know. So that is a very poor start for Ocon. Let's go down to pushing now. Don't want to stress the tyres too much. Same for the fuel as well. I don't know. What's everyone else on? I can't actually tell. What is everyone else on? They're on pushing as well. Let's go to high and match everyone on the fuel burn. But right now, just ahead of Verstappen. But I don't expect us to keep P3 for long because Verstappen's going to be very quick. The Red Bulls are going to be quick. But Alonso, quick starter. And like I said, on track, I didn't even notice, but I haven't said this in practice quality, that kind of blue, white, and red from this zoomed out works actually quite nicely. It does look like a bit of an Alpine, you know, little vibe. So good stuff there. But for now, we're staying ahead, but it's just about trying to juggle this tyre temperature, because if you haven't played the game before, you know, the harder you push, the higher the tyre temps go. But it looks like this mod may have just made that a little bit less sensitive than it maybe was on the base game, because we're looking pretty good right now, just pushing flat out like this. Obviously, kind of in like real life, obviously. So we're good at the moment just to keep this position. Ocon is up into P10. Didn't see that. He's overtaken Gasly. Tsunoda's gone down to P14. And obviously, also I didn't remember, you know, a load of people obviously started on mediums and hards. So they're going to maybe be a bit of traffic for us once we make that first pit stop, which probably will be, I don't know, how long do these tires go for? 6 more laps. So lap 10, yeah, it seems about right. And then probably, pit onto, if it's 6 laps, lap 10-ish. On set of soft tires, yeah. So pretty much what they do at Melbourne, you know, from soft to medium, and it'll be pretty easy, a pretty easy one stop. But it's just about basically now controlling the pace and making sure we don't go too badly on the fuel. These guys saving fuel? No, they're not. They're all pushing on fuel. I might start to save fuel at the end of the stint just to kind of give us a bit of an edge later on. I might even do that. Oh! Oh, no! No! Are you kidding me? No, Fernando! Oh, come on. Oh, come on. On the first race. Oh, come on. Can I really... can I really go through this anguish every time I play this game? Oh, frick's sake. Right, yes, let's pit Ocon. Let's pit. Let's go on to 18 laps remaining to 20. Let's go on to mediums. Oh, bloody hell. I was just about to turn down the fuel as well, and he crashed. Fernando, what a miserable return to Formula 1. This is the exact opposite of what we wanted, mate. Oh, no. Oh, drama here in the first race. God damn it. Right, yeah, we're going to pit under this safety car and go on to mediums. Because we've got 2 laps under the safety car, so it may as well. It's a decent pit stop. So, right, it's all on Esteban Ocon now to take us to victory. All right, 1 lap left to safety car. Going to save as much fuel as I can. And also lower the tyre temps, but not too much, actually, because it looks like the tyre temps are actually pretty okay in this game with this mod. So I'm going to go on just neutral and try and just keep it level a bit. Yeah, so one more. Okay, heading to the garage now. So, well, I think we should be completely fine for tyre wear. And we've got a few people yet to pit. So we should be able to jump up to P7 in theory once they come in. So pretty decent points still for Ocon from where he was and the horrendous start he had. Right, they're heading to garage, so I'm going to go attack mode, and we've got a bit of fuel to play around. I'll go with high. Actually, I'll go with overtake mode as soon as we go to green. Just got to try and time this right there. So going to basically pause it around this final bend. We'll go like normal speed, and as soon as it goes to green, go on pause, because the AI obviously are perfect with this. So yeah, okay, there we go. Didn't really catch it. There we go, overtake mode. Let's see how we go on the restart. Ocon, come on, man. Come on, not your biggest fan in real life, but let's do this, man. You're the only one left in this team that can get some points at the get-go. Oh, can't quite make the dive down the inside, but now he does down the inside there. A Stroll, good stuff on these fresh medium tyres. A few going to pit now. Here we go on the outside of Gasly now. Good. Fellow countryman overtaken. Now McLaren, we've got Ricciardo and Sainz up next. Let's see how this goes through the final bend. Can't quite get it. Those guys are still going on. We'll press on. We're really pressurising Ricciardo. Try to go around the outside. Can't quite do that. Obviously, his old teammate from Renault, from last season. But Ricciardo actually gets Sainz then. So it's a checkerboard of... Look at this. The Ferraris and McLaren's very, very close. Right, I'm wary of the fuel. I just want to make sure we don't run out of fuel. So I'm going to go high fuel. And I'm going to go on pushing. And just take it a little bit easy. Make sure we get to the end of this race, basically. Let's see how this goes. We're up into P7. We've now overtaken Sainz. Come on. Good. No, Sainz gets back pass. Okay, no, we've got him now. Up to P7. Good. Solidify that. P6 now, because one other person's pit. Looking good. We've got 10 laps to go, though. So now we've got 71%. Let's just be a little bit wary of that tyre wear and go on neutral. And Raikkonen's crashed out. Two big hitters out of this Grand Prix. Is there going to be a safety car? No, there is not for this crash. No safety car for this crash. So we still have the advantage here on P5. Very, very nice. Up to third place, you know. Third place, getting the free... I mean, this has been a bonkers race. Albon is in the lead right now. Ricciardo second, myself in third. That safety car has changed everything. Bottas is down in P12. Hamilton P7. Verstappen in P15. Really screwed over with the safety car. So this is good. This is very good right now. So let's push a little bit. Get some temperature back in those tyres. As it's a little bit low. And you know what? Fuel-wise, I think we're good to overtake mode a bit. And try and push this engine a tad. We've got 7 laps remaining. I think we're good on fuel, actually. Just keep an eye on that. 34. We'll go back to high now. Don't want to risk it too much. But tyre temp-wise, I think we're very good. I don't know. The tyre modeling's definitely changed with this mod. So I don't know. There might be a case of... I might think the tyre weight's fine right now. But maybe there's a cliff at the end. It also might just be also a little bit due to the fact that obviously we're running a shorter length of race. So it may just be that, basically. But unfortunately, I don't really feel like we can do 3 races per episode of the medium distance. Because that's so... It would mean I'm recording for like 3 hours just to get one episode, basically. So it's a little bit overkill in that regard. So we might have to just firm it in terms of having a little bit lower tyre wear. Although, to be fair, for me, that probably is a good thing. Because I was never good at tyre wear on this game. But now our engine condition... Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's go medium then. Okay. Maybe that's why the engine was so easy to manage on the fuel, because now our engine is very low, even though the reliability was not too bad. We're now up to second place, you know. Hamilton's up to third. He's chasing us down, but now we've got to limp home for 3 laps here. Oh, boy. Right, let's go full out attack here, actually, because we've got some tyre wear left over. Let's see how this goes. Keep going. Lap 21. Good. 33%. We're still good. Worn tyres now. Right, he's got worn tyres now. Let's go neutral and just limp home. Limp home, mate. Need to pit as soon as possible. The car is... Oh, Lord, the car is very broken. Oh, 0%. The engine's gone. The engine's gone, surely. Hopefully we're not retired yet. Keep going, mate. No, no, no. No, the engine's blown. We're down to P5. I'm struggling with tyre wear now, and the engine's gone. Engine's gone. It's a horrendous time for us. Oh, the reliability was so bad. It's so bad. Oh, dear. Oh, come in, mate. Come in. We need to change this. Oh, we're going to do an engine change. Oh, dearie me. What a dismal start to the season. I thought this was going to be easy at the get-go. Qualifying happened. I thought, you know what? I might actually be quite good at this mod and this season. No, P13, engine change. Oh, Lord. That is a very bad end. We didn't even change the tyres, but there's no points the last lap of the Grand Prix. So in the end of it, 0 points. Our rivals have a very good head start against us. Oh boy, oh boy. So it's a very Fernando Alonso day in the office for us, my god. That couldn't have gone any worse there. Crash, and then, oh lord. Engine failure. The engine wear just crept up on me, because I thought our reliability was very good. You know, at the start of the season, all the parts look like they're fine, so we've got to go back to the drawing board and kind of see what's what, I guess, in that. Right, so, driver form, not that great. We lost 1.3 million. But we've got the books fairly balanced. Obviously, we've got a lot of money to burn through. But it's now time to see what went on there, really. Kind of dissect that a little bit before going to qualifying. So, what are our parts saying? Because I really thought we had some okay reliability on the parts. Like, reliability is 99%. So, they just got very worn out with the engine. So, I don't know. I guess maybe the mod, you can't push the engine as hard the entire race, or I'm not too sure, but the engine just completely worn out there. Very, very surprising. So we've got to work on that maybe a little bit there. Car condition updates. Interviewed Sky Sports. Let's see what Martin's saying. The drivers did well. I mean, they did do well. It's just the car kind of fell. And then Alonso, obviously, I don't know what happened with him with the crash. Pit crew-wise, I think we're fine, aren't we? I think pit crew-wise, mistake percentage is still pretty low. So that's all fine and dandy. So we can move forward. Our expectations already below what they need to be. We've got a gearbox, though, coming on the way. So that's going to be good for us. Also, I need to get rid of this higher... I'm going to reject him. We can maybe keep him in the background and reject all those guys. But the gearbox will be built, a new gearbox. We'll hand that to Alonso and see how he does with that. And we're going to design a new part. And again, we're going to design another gearbox, so we're still weak on that. So now we'll do plus 10 on acceleration there, and then plus 30 on acceleration. Or we could do, plus 10 build time. No, I don't want to do that. What's the max here? 1136, 1141. Plus 2 build time. It's worth it, though. So we'll build that part. That's not too bad. About 0.6 mil. And we've got that new gearbox. We now need to actually make sure it's got the reliability for it. Because what's the reliability on that new gearbox? It is 100%, actually. Oh, okay. That's actually even better than we've already got. Okay, so I can fit the part. I can give that to Alonso. So that's a nice improvement. Decent. Okay, let's see how that works out for him. But, yeah, I mean, that was very... I did not expect us to have crashing out with Alonso and then having a double DNF. But I guess, you know, you can't have the fairy tale start of everything. So we're going to go with, again, just 10th or above here. Tyre selection. I mean, we were good, really, for tyres, really, weren't we? So let's go for just a couple of hards, and we'll be good for soft tyres, I think. Obviously, the tyre wear may be a little bit higher at other circuits, but we're now going to Sakir, which is, I don't even know what the track is in-game. It's not actually Sakir, obviously, but in the mod, it's saying it's Sakir. And the fit parts are all fine. So let's go forwards and see how we do. This time, hoping it's going to be a bit of a better race, but let's go into quali and see how we do in that first and foremost. We've skipped ahead into Q2 because obviously all the other sessions are pretty straightforward, but this is the one where it might get interesting. You never know, we could get knocked out. But we've kind of simulated through basically everything, so the setups aren't as good as they were at Australia, but I think counteracting that with how the performance was going before our car blew up and crashed, I think that's going to balance things out a little bit better for us maybe, but let's see how it goes in this qualifying session and see if we can get through into the top 10. Hopefully we can. In practice, I think these guys were P6 and 7, I think. So, again, still good pace. But let's find out. I'd be curious to see if Ocon can, again, match Alonso in the qualifying lap. At least in Q2, but obviously when it mattered in Q3, Alonso got the job done. But we're on board with, or focusing on Ocon there. Let's focus on Alonso as he rounds out the lap first. Across the line, 148. And Ocon this time is 5/10 off there. So Alonso looking a little bit better, much better this time around in this circuit in Q2. But the Mercedes looking strong as ever. But we are comfortably ahead of the McLarens, it would seem, and we are actually ahead of the Red Bull with Alonso there. So the gearbox upgrade already maybe doing some good work. So good news for us with Norris, Sainz, Gasly, Raikkonen, Tsunoda out at the moment as it stands. We should be good, so just going to see it through into Q3 now. All right, time to take Q3. Send them out on the first set of softs. We're all good in terms of making it through on that set earlier in Q2, but that's locked in now. The tyre wear, I think, around this circuit is a lot higher. Obviously, I'm talking about the in-game one, not Sakir. Obviously, in real life, we don't know what that's going to be like. But in-game, I can't remember. I think this is this... I actually can't remember what country this track is on the actual base game, what it's called. I can't remember. But it was high tyre wear. So I think this race might be a little bit more tricky for us. Come race day. It might be even a 2-stop, we'll see. I mean, we might have to be a 2-stop anyway if our engine blows up. We have to fix that again. Because I did realise, actually, it looked like there was a 0-second time loss for the engine change. So I don't know if there's something there with the way the mod works. Is maybe we are going to have to just change the engine, maybe, or something if we're blowing it up too much. But I'm definitely going to play a little bit less around with the fuel and try and protect it a little bit more. And hopefully Fernando just doesn't crash, basically. But let's see how this lap time is then. 6/10 off the Merc. Not too bad. But we're ahead of Ricciardo, which is good. But where's the Red Bull's going to be? Verstappen out-qualifies this. And Albon as well. But we're only 1/10 off Albon with Alonso. And to be fair, Ocon's actually matched him. Look at that. They're pretty much the same time. So actually, he's done very, very well there, Ocon has. But we're going to wait. Track grip's actually fully high. I don't know if that's a glitch or not. I'm not too sure. But we'll go out actually right now. May as well. And not get caught up in traffic here by any other cars, because I know that's definitely a thing in the game where they get held up in traffic. It's not ideal, so send them out in clean air and see how they do right now with a clean lap. Let's see, Alonso. Let's follow the lap of the sector times. In the first sector, White down by 1/10. Second sector, up a little bit. We're about 3/10 down across the line. It's an improvement to P4, 5/10 off, but an improvement of about 1/10 there. Ocon, though, 2 white sectors. Doesn't look like he's improving that much. Let's see. No improvement for Ocon, but Alonso does get up into P4. But obviously the others are yet to see lap times. Let's see. Bottas going for pole position maybe there with 2 purples. But Hamilton equally quicker, and Hamilton goes quicker even still. And the 2 Red Bulls now put us in our places, and we're down to P5. But again, P5, P6 ahead of Vettel and Stroll. Happy days there, but it's about if we can convert it into a result this time now in the second race. Right, we'll go attacking and overtake mode again, but I don't want to... I'm going to definitely look at the fuel and look at the... I'm going to monitor the engine this time around a lot more just to see what's going on here. But we'll go full out attack at the restart from the 3rd row of the grid. Fire red lights, and we go to the Sakir GP. Round number 2 is on the way. 20 laps only, so quite a short and sweet race here. But let's see how this start is for Alonso again. Starting fast. Ocon again slow off the start down to P8. So it really is just Fernando a quick start here. But unable to get anyone actually. So we remain in P5. And instead Albon. What? Hang on. Albon leads the race right now with Verstappen in P3. Madness. Alonso's got Hamilton. Hamilton's going down the order. Let's push on. And, oh, we're up to P4. The McLaren and Ricciardo comes out of nowhere and pushing Ocon down to P... he overtakes Sainz there, so P11. Not too bad. Let's move through. Oh, down the inside. Come on, drag race. Can we get the Red Bull? Not quite. Albon still leading the way. Right, let's see how this how's this engine wearing out then with this with all this. Let's go down to high as everyone else is doing. Looks like the tyre temps are a lot now that actually are quite sensitive here. Compared to Melbourne. So that may have just been Australia being very low on tyre temps because these are a lot higher. I'm going to actually have to do some tyre saving. So we're down to P5, unfortunately. No surprise, though. Hamilton gets us, but we're running quite nicely ahead of Ricciardo here. I think the job will be trying to remain ahead of Ricciardo and Leclerc and Vettel, the 2 former teammates, side by side there. Interesting times. And Ocon up into P10, finding his feet a little bit, but still Albon continues on somehow in P1. Mega, Mazzolini, right. These tyre temps are actually being a bit of an issue, so we have to conserve these tyres. We are going to have to conserve them, so that's good. I was a little bit worried the mod was a little bit too lenient on tyre wear. It looks like it was just the track last time out. But how is our engine? See, our engine's very worn already, so it looks like we just can't even... It's just getting worn out a lot. I don't know what's that about, really. Or maybe we need to just change the... Like, if I pit and I do change engine... See, that says 0%. Okay. So I guess there's maybe just something in the mod that says that we just have to change the engine temps for some reason. I guess maybe to get a bit more of a flat-out race, they've made the engine wear out quickly, but you just get a 0-second change maybe. So that's a bit odd, but we move, we go with it, we live and learn. And we're up into P4 now because we've overtaken Verstappen. Verstappen a little bit slow there, and we've got some good pace here. We're on the bubble of that overheating, so we're doing a really good job of being right on the edge of where we would need to be on the tar temps. That's good. I remember actually from this circuit previously, if you just conserved it, it was pretty much like a good level peg point to be with the tyres. So we'll just continue like this basically. And how long do these tyres have to go? 7 more laps, you know. What? 7 more laps. So it's a very easy one stop then over here. We just have to make sure we have to actually look after the tyres. Ocon battling with Stroll, and he's been overtaken by Stroll. So Ocon's struggling a little bit here. Outside the bubble for the points paying positions. He needs to really work on his starts. That's 2 really poor starts where he's lost, like, you know, 6 positions basically at the start. You know, if he didn't lose those positions, he's got okay pace now to hold it through. So he just needs to solve that a little bit. Meanwhile, with Alonso, we are somehow keeping Verstappen at bay here. Looking good. Everyone is conserving their tyres right now. Literally, everyone's in the same thing because it's so tough on tyre temps. But I might start pushing now because I think we can get an undercut if we push hard enough. So let's go blitzing out for an attack. And let's see how this goes. Meanwhile, with Ocon, I'm going to long it out a little bit longer. I'm going to start saving fuel with him, though, now. But Alonso, let's just push like a stabbed rat. And let's see what we can do with lap times here. Let's see. 1 second gain there, that's good. The engine's going to wear out quite a fair bit, 27%. That's fine, continue going on. Keep going on, Alonso. Tyres overheated, but we're gaining 1.4. Oh, no. Oh, no. Come on, no. Are you kidding me? Oh, we've got to pit. Ah, is it really that sensitive? Is it really that sensitive? That's really not great, actually. I really don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. Right, well, just keep pushing, but the engine is now blowing up in our face. No, no, pitting in. We're going to lose so much time here. Come in, come in, come in. Ocon, you may as well come in now as well. And go on and fix that engine. What is going on here? This is a very weird mod. A very, very weird mod. Right, Alonso's in, so we've lost some time there. Pit in. Oh, mistake on the front left. Not what we need. Ramp P11 now. Right, push like a stabbed rat, even though we have to save fuel now. God damn it. God damn it. Right, Ocon's in. He changes the engine. Good. Remember that. Right, out, and we are, just about level with Alonso. We're actually together as a team now, overtaking cars up into P10. Ocon leads the way here with his 2-pronged attack, and he's got a bit more fuel to work with, though. That's the difference here. Tyres overheated for Alonso. We need to cool those down. We've got a mechanical failure for Gasly and the Racing Point car, so they're having issues as well. We got a lot of issues. I don't know what's going on with this mod. This mod is a little bit broken, a little bit sus. I don't know what's actually going on. We might need to look into this for episode number 2. I can't lie. But for now, we're P9 and 10. We should be good to go to the end. The engine is a little bit worse for wear, but I'm having to save fuel anyway with Alonso, so that should protect the engine. Ocon's fine. He's calm. We've got fuel to burn as well. We've just got to bring those tar temps down. Right, sit rep, lap 19, end of the race, and some of the other AI are having issues as well, so we're kind of, you know, it's playing out, it's working out, it's kind of leveling out a little bit now with all these engine issues, but it is kind of weird, so I kind of apologize for that. I didn't really know what that was all about going into this episode, basically, but because I did a test race, and it was all fine in Australia, but I did only like a bit of the test race, so I obviously didn't see the full race distance with the engine wear issues. But it's kind of leveling out now because we're back to P9 with 1 lap to go, and we should be fine now to get to the end. It's a little bit iffy with 13% here. We're on low engine here. Looks like everyone's doing that because everyone's nursing their engine. So it maybe is just a case of, yeah, we just have to do some massive engine management all race. We really can't push at all in these races, which makes things a bit interesting actually, because it means then we do actually have some strategy play. Even with a short race, we have to really micromanage the engine the entire time, but the race is ending, and to be fair, this is actually quite a good finish at the end of it. After everything, P7 and 8, after a dismal first race, I'll take this. It's points on the board. I'll take it. We can build upon this at least. Leclerc and Norris get ahead of us. They do a decent job, but we can build upon this. P7 and 8, not ideal, but now I know. Next race, 3rd time lucky, the final race of this episode. We will micromanage this engine to hell, and we will make sure we can get to the pit stop before an engine failure. because Ocon didn't have one, and he jumped from P11 to 7. So with Alonso, we could have got way up into P4, solidified that P4. So swings and roundabouts. Again, learning process in this first episode. It always is with these kind of series with the first episode. And we'll go through, like I said, third time lucky. Let's go. Right, so driver championship-wise, Ocon and Alonso now sit P9 and P11. So not exactly the start I thought we'd get, but, you know, as I said, learning. Alpine in P5 here. So it's not really a disaster. We're 12 points off McLaren, which is maybe a lot if we're only scoring like 10 points a race, but we can will this back. We can will this back. We can bring it back in. It's a very close fight between McLaren and Ferrari and Racing Point. So we're looking to try and get that third place spot. And then obviously through the season, I hope at the latter stages, we can really improve the car by a fair amount to try and challenge Mercedes and Red Bull maybe in this little fantasy kind of world of ours. But let's do some debriefing then in terms of any parts developing in the midway stage and then go on to that third race basically. Right, so we're now all good in terms of matching expectations from the board, so that's pretty good. How are our pit crew here? Mistake, 1.1. Let's swap him out with a 0.3. Any new highs we can get as a backup here? Not that great. This guy's pretty good. Might hire him. Yeah, let's get him. I mean, we've got the money for it, so we may as well. And I think we'll just leave it there. In terms of male, let's see. We've got an interview with Sky. I'm going to say Alonso. That's not going to affect Ocon, so that's all calm. That's fine. And Bottas wins it. So at the moment, Hamilton in the lead, but narrowly. So it's a close fight so far. And Albon, you know, is in P3. So you can tell it's a game here, maybe, with Albon ahead of Verstappen in the standings so far. Vettel retiring then this season, question mark. Well, I don't think we'll find out because I don't think we're going to make it to the next season, basically. But Gearbox, 10 days to go. I think, is that going to get done before the next race? So let's see on this calendar. Oh, doesn't look like it. Oh, no, 4 days. 4 days to go. Oh, no, that's going to get done on the practice day. Oh, that's so annoying. So the new gearbox won't come in, unfortunately, in time. So that's a little bit of a sad times there. But it's now time to go to Hanoi, which I believe is actually the Russian Grand Prix layout in the game. But obviously it's Hanoi to keep the sake with the 2021 calendar. Usual, I mean, we're just going to auto-pick, really. What's it going to give us? 6, 7? I mean, let's go with that. That's fine. That's fine by me. Right, towards qualifying for Hanoi. All right, Q2 settings here. You may have just seen in the background there. It's a bit obvious that it is the Russian in-game track, and it's raining a bit. So we're going to sit this out a little bit. There's no point going out on inters right now, so we'll sit this out, and we'll go on dries after. These guys are kind of wasting some time here. Just going out, basically, because everyone's going to go faster, surely. I mean, I know track grip's going to be not at optimum, but it's still going to be better, obviously. It's still going to be quicker than it would be on the inters. So no point wasting track time, wasting effort there. And I'll also wait right to the end. I'm confident these guys should be able to put in the time, unless they have a mistake, but they should be able to bank in the time in one run, right at the end. Track grip highest, don't waste time, don't waste tyres, and be efficient as possible. That's what we like here. Efficiency on Motorsport Manager. That's what we're all about. Right, track grip's going up. We've got about 4 minutes left, so we'll send them out very soon as we get down to 3. Track's pretty empty as well, so I'm going to send them out now just to try and get a bit of an empty track, hopefully, and find a bit of a gap there. So Ocon's ahead of a few guys, and Alonso's got ahead of a few Gagler cars there, the Merc and the Racing Point you can see on the mini-map on the top right there. So that's good. So let's see how they do then. Let's go with Ocon, because he's about to finish his lap. Go through at the moment, obviously going quickest, because everyone's set a lap time so far on Inters. So it's a lot quicker, but not that much quicker. Only 6/10 quicker than the Inters lap. That's a bit worrying. Alonso there, a lot better. But only 1/10 though, actually. Let's see, Bottas through. Surely everyone is going to go, okay, checkered flag for a few. Okay. Sainz, Gasly, Raikkonen, Hamilton knocked out. Okay, interesting. Lewis Hamilton knocked out. That's big for the race. That opens up the race very much so. So it's all to play for then. Even in Q3 now, we could go up one more position maybe. With Hamilton knocked out. Interesting times. Okay. Right, oh, there's a bit of rain at the end of the session. I just saw that. So let's go for 2 quick runs now. Oh, no, send out quickly. Send them out. Right, we're going to go for 2 quick runs if we can fit it in, because there's going to be a little bit of rain at the end. So hopefully we can come in and just go straight out again, basically. There usually is enough time to get 2 laps in early before that rain comes, and the track grip's going to be at the max at that point. So quick in lap, boys. Quick in lap at the moment, though. Ricciardo out-qualifies us. So that wasn't a great lap from Alonso. We can probably leave it a little bit. Ocon comes in. Send them out on another set of softs. We can probably leave it. Let's go. Now's the time to go with Alonso. And let's see. Hopefully we time that right. P5 and 6. That'll be poor if we're not at least P4 here with Hamilton out this session. So let's see. I think I've timed this correctly. Yeah, they should just about finish their lap time, or Alonso should, by the time we come through. And there we go. P4 for Alonso. Ocon does improve as well. So we're up to P4 and 5 then. That's where I want us to be, where I think we should be. And surely no one else is going to improve because it's going to rain. No one else goes out. Everyone stays in the pit lane. And it starts to rain. There are some people going out, but surely they can't improve. Surely. So that's going to be P4 and 5. But the Red Bull's looking strong, you know. 1-2 here for them here at Hanoi. But we're in a good position. And now this time, third time lucky, we're going to really micromanage the engine this time. We won't push too much on the engine at the start of the race to make sure we don't blow our engine like we did with Alonso in that race too. It's a bit of a weird situation. I don't know. You can, guys, let me know in the comments below. I think that's just the way the mod works. It's a bit of a weird one. But if you think about it, it actually is quite clever because it means I really do have to really manage the engine as well as the tyres. And because the tyre wear is maybe not as high as it has been on the base game or previous series we've done in the game, it gives me two things to look at, and they're kind of equaling. They're both less management than I maybe done before in the game, but they both equal the same amount of management that we've done previously with other mods. So it's race time, and it's actually Ooh. It's raining as well. Then it goes to dry. Then it's wet again. That's tricky. Okay, so we'll take an Inters because we've got Inters knowledge, so we may as well because it was raining in practice, thankfully. But this just got interesting now because, well, they'll just go from Inters to dry and then to Inters again. So a lot of pit stops. So hopefully there won't be actually much engine management because we can change the engine at both those pit stops. So let's start the race full out attack mode. And Alonso, with Verstappen a bit injured there. Concussion, mad. Right, Alonso, fast start. Let's see. Although, to be fair, Albon had a very quick start last time. But here we go then. It's a 5 red lights to the Hanoi GP. Round number 3 of this season is underway. And it is a good start from Alonso. It's an okay one from Ocon. Let's focus on Ocon here. And hopefully he doesn't get a poor one. No, Ocon's actually good for once. Go on, Ocon. Come on. Yes, lad. Yes, lad. P3, P2 and 3 for our cars. Love your work. Nice stuff. Right, let's go down to high already and just make sure we protect the engine. But we'll go full out attack, and Ocon overtakes Alonso for P2. What's going on here? Alonso comes back. They're side by side. Our two drivers. Oh no, the Red Bulls come in the mix. It's a bit of an attack back by the Red Bull, and Bottas comes back through. Are they all pushing hard on the engine? Oh! Didn't see that. Bottas in the wall. He's out of this Grand Prix. So we're back up into P3 and P4, although it's a 1-2 for Red Bull. But this is our race now. We can get a podium. We can get a podium for sure. But at the moment, Ocon, for some reason, is looking like the more likely one to do that. He's comfy in P3. Alonso's down to P5. What's going on here, Fernando? What's going on here? Come on. Get back at Ricciardo. Come on, man. Yes, down the inside. Back to P4. Good stuff there. Oh, it's a side-by-side battle as we go on through this. Right. How many laps? Only a handful of laps left. Maybe 3 more laps till we go till the pit stops. But let's change the fuel and go to low fuel. Make sure we save some fuel for the dry periods as it comes through. And here the water on track is decreasing as we go on through, and probably the next lap or two will be ready for the dry tyres. Oh, they come in. Oh, we should have maybe come in. Let's see. I don't know. Let's go full out. Let's pit in with Alonso and Ocon, to be fair. Do I double stack? I'm going to have to double stack them, unfortunately. We'll go on to soft tyres because there's not too many laps on dries. So we'll go on soft tyres. We'll fix the engine. And the same thing for Alonso. Oh, I might have to... the double stack's going to be so painful here. I'm going to have to just go on with Alonso. I'm going to go overtake mode. I'm going to continue on with Alonso for one more lap and just firm it. And now come in at the end of this lap for the engine fix and for the tyres. Sorry, Alonso, but the double stack would have been so not worth it. Yeah, you're going to gain more time by just doing this, lad. And there's a... Oh! Yes, safety car. Gasly's crashed. The safety car. What timing for Fernando as Gasly's binned it in the wall. Great timing. Great timing here. Love it. Right, come in slowly then, mate. No, don't pit in Ocon. We've already pit. But wonderful stuff there for Fernando Alonso. Pitting under the safety car, and he's jumped Ocon, and he's out in P3, and the two Red Bulls are still on Inters. Surely they're going to come in. We could win this race, guys. We could win this race. Let's calm things down, but we're good. We're good on most things. This is amazing. Right. Easy. Calm things down. Calm, calm. 2 laps to go. But we should jump the Red Bulls, because surely when we get going, they're just going to fall away. Surely. Right, we've got a high fuel delta. That's fine. That's fine. We want to protect the engine. Protect the engine. We've only got 6 laps to go. And the safety car's going to come in this lap. So let's push. And let's push. And then let's see. We need to get a good gap for a pit stop, though. That's the only thing here. So Red Bull still might win this race. But we've got a good chance to take the lead at least here. Early doors. There we go. Into the lead. Ocon. P4. Round the outside. Come on. Of the Red Bull car. Yes. Round the outside. Double overtake. Lovely. 1 and 2 for the lads. Love that. Right. Now push very hard. Don't worry about the engine wear. We're good because we're going to pit in within 2 laps. So just build the gap. Build this gap, lads. Build the gap. Build it. The rain starts falling. We keep on going, though, because it's... Ooh, track is slippery. He needs inters. Can we go for 1 more lap, Fernando, or no? Okay, action. We'll come in with you. I'll keep Ocon out. We'll come in with Alonso. Change the engine as well. Do I risk it? Do I risk it? No, the mistake chance is very, very high there with our pit crew. Right, I'm going to come in with Alonso, and I am going to stick it out with Ocon. We've got 5 seconds. Is he going to lose 5 seconds? I think he will. I think we're going to have to double stack. We're going to have to double stack, unfortunately. Inters, fix that. We're good. Come in. Also, I need to double check that I just put inters. No, I didn't put inters. That's my bad. Double check that. Right, cool. Both on into inters. Okay. Red Bull could still win this race, unfortunately. Annoyingly, they could still win this race somehow. But let's go. Double stack. Come on. Quick, 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 quick. Yes, that's pretty smooth. That's pretty smooth. And we're out in 3rd. Just ahead of Sainz and Norris. Oh, no. P4, actually. Stroll's got us. Stroll's got us. But now, surely we can push hard and fast with this. And just push to the end. Banzai laps here for everyone, it looks like. That's very annoying. Come on, Alonso. We can get P3. Come on. Push hard for Stroll. Push hard for Stroll. Come on. 1.4 game. 1.7. Close. Close, but not close enough. Ooh, rear wing is a little bit low there for us. But now Stroll's got an issue. Stroll's got an issue. The car's driving weirdly. That's fine. Keep on going, man. These cars are so sensitive. It looks like every car's just, like, literally made out of blue tack. It's Survive on Motorsport Manager. We've got 1 lap to go, though, lad. Come on. Engine should be fine now. Surely to go overtake mode for 1 last banzai on the last lap for both the guys. Ocon chasing P5 for Carlos Sainz. And Alonso chasing after a podium. After all of this, unfortunately, the Red Bulls will win the race. The rain was falling, so that period of dry was so tiny that I guess it makes sense. But here we go on the last lap. Can't quite do it. Onto the final bend. Come on, Alonso. Come on. Come on, Fernando. Down the inside. No, he can't get it. And Ocon's down to P7. I don't know what's that about. And Alonso can't quite get our first podium this season. Lance Stroll gets it. So close. So close. And Ocon falls down to P7. But a very exciting final race here in episode number 1. Couldn't quite get it, though. Fair play to Stroll. What could have been? You know, I thought, honestly, looking at that visually, I thought that period of dry would have been long enough for us to make a 2-stop and actually be worthwhile. But fair play to Red Bull. If we had more pace, we could have maybe done it. But at the end of this, then, scrutineering should be all fine and dandy. We did get the fast lap of the Grand Prix, which gets us 2 extra points in this one, so 14 points there. So overall, Alonso jumps up to P5, so that's a very good Grand Prix for him. Ocon down to P11, with others scoring a little bit higher. But Alpine, there we are, into 3rd place. That's where we want to be, but it's very close. Only 2 points to Ferrari. Actually, look how close that is. 30, 28, 26, 23. This is going to be an exciting season, I think, if it's going to be this close. Very, very nice times. But that is where we end off episode number 1 then, guys, of the F1 2021 Mold Manager career with the Alpine team with Fernando Alonso and Ocon. It was a very topsy-turvy, shaky episode bit. Some teething issues to get through and kind of understanding how this mod works on the game. But after all that last race was really enthralling. Actually, I like the fact we have to actually look after the engine constantly. And not just banzai it with the fuel, basically, and on top of the engine, and on top of the tyre wear, and then also, obviously, things like the weather and whatnot. So, if you guys have enjoyed the return to Motorsport Manager and a manager career of sorts, then be sure to smash that like button, guys. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're new around here, then do get subscribed for weekly full-on content. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.